Did you know less than 1% of Fortnite players ever win or place in a tournament? If you want to know the same secret pro players use to dominate cash cups, FNCS, and rank lobbies, you're in the right place. These aren't just recycled tips, these are actual things I've learned over the last 3 years of grinding competitive Fortnite and watching friends and players placing top 100 in multiple times. Let's get into it. Fortnite competitive is more stacked than ever. The gap between the average player and the top tier competitors is huge. It's not just aim or building, it's everything. You might grind for hours every day but still lose to players who seem to always be one step ahead. Maybe you crumble under pressure in your last game, or maybe you just don't know what's holding you back. The competitive scene is more unforgiving than ever, and if you're not improving every week, you're falling behind. But here's the good news, it's not about being lucky or born talent, it's about learning the right stuff, and that's what this video is for. Tip number 1 is to surround yourself with godlike players. The people you choose to play with shape how fast and how far you improve. If you're always the best in the group or at the same skill level in your group, you won't push yourself to get better, you'll just stay comfortable at that same skill level. When you join squads or trios with players who are better and more disciplined, you'll be forced to adapt, learn, and improve. Plus, you get to pick up their habits and strategies just by playing with them regularly. Don't be afraid to reach out on Discord servers or join competitive friend groups to find players who will push you to be the best version of yourself. Tip number 2 is to practice with a purpose. Spending 6 hours in creative or in-game means nothing if you're not focused on what you need to improve on. Randomly building or free-for-all fights won't fix your weak points. Instead, break your practice sessions into targeted drills like aim training, editing under pressure, piece control, situational awareness, zone wars, scrims, etc. Have clear goals for each session and review your performance to make sure you're improving at an exponential rate. This focused practice is what separates pros from grinders who never level up. This focused practice is what separates you from the pro players, because the pro players always are striving to be better version of themselves, and they don't just get comfortable at whatever skill level they are. Tip number 3 is to have a warm-up routine. A proper warm-up isn't just about getting your fingers moving, it's about waking your brain up and getting to the right mindset. Start slow by building and editing at half speed, then focus on precision and techniques without rushing. Then ramp up to full speed for about 10 minutes, then pushing your reaction time and muscle memory. Follow that with some piece control drills to practice real-life fight scenarios, and finish that with some 1v1s, rank reload, or zone wars to get your game sense and aggression flowing. Doing this consistently helps you hit your peak performance as soon as you drop into your matches, such as tournaments, ranked, etc. Tip number 4 is have good crosshair placement, because crosshair placement is everything. If your crosshair isn't already at head level and aimed where your enemies are likely to appear, you'll be losing precious milliseconds in fight. Good crosshair placement minimizes how much you have to move your aim when an opponent appears. Good crosshair placement lets you land your shots faster and more accurately than enemy players. Practice always keeping your crosshair placement focused on common angles and entry points, even when you're trying to move around. This habit saves time during those split-second encounters and improves your overall aim consistency by 1,000. And also make sure when you're in build fights or like fighting in general, always have your crosshair placement on your enemy. It'll help you massively in big fights, and it can be the key from you winning and losing a fight in a tournament. Tip number 5 is to play smart, not just aggressive. Constantly rushing in and spraying builds isn't a sustainable way to win fights, especially at higher levels. Instead, learn how to bait shots and use resets to confuse your opponents. When you're in a fight, try to control the pace and press your enemy into making mistakes or overextending, over-peaking, etc., and then capitalize on it. Sometimes slowing down the fight to reset your builds or reposition is exactly what you need to survive and win. Smarter plays beat raw aggression more often than you think. Tip number 6 is to master resource management. Knowing how and when to use your materials can save your life and keep you in fights longer. Wood is fast to farm but easy to break, so use it for quick covers and rotation. Brick is your mid-tier material, durable enough to hold during mid-game fights without burning your precious metal. Save metal for endgame when fights last longer and you need stronger, more reliable protection, and when you're in endgame you need a box up for like 2-ish minutes, metal is your best bet. Using mats wisely means you're never caught off guard without building and gives you the confidence to fight longer. Tip number 7 is crucial, it's your Fortnite audio. Fortnite audio give you clues because they are like the sixth sense if you know how to read them. Footsteps, buildings, weapon swaps, and edits all give away your enemy position and intentions before you can even see what's happening on your screen. Playing with quality headphones and turning up your sound volume helps you react faster, and using visualized sound effects in Fortnite is very crucial. The better you get at identifying these sounds and visual audio, the more opportunities you get to catch your enemy off guard and avoid ambushes or reposition before a fight even starts. Tip number 8 is to use a last game strategy to your advantage. In tournaments and cash cups, the last game can make or break your PR and qualification chances. Instead of trying to chase insane kill games that might cost you your placement, focus on steady, safe plays that racks up placement points. Winning or finishing top 5 consistently in your last match can earn you more PR than risking it all for kills and getting knocked down early. Smarter placements in the last game often outweighs flashy plays, because the more PR you get, the better players you can be able to find and play with in tournaments. Tip number 9 is something that all pro players do, and it's that they review their own gameplay, VOD review, and they review other pro players' gameplay to learn their strategies and how they can outwin them in a tournament. Watching your own games is crucial to understand your mistakes, things you miss in the heat of the moment like bad positioning or missed edits, but don't stop there. Study pro players' replays to see how they handle every aspect of a game: rotation, loadout management, fight decision, and storm movement. Emulate their decision making into your own games and you'll quickly learn what it takes to compete at the highest level. And VOD reviewing is especially important to see what mistakes you have made in previous games so you don't make the same mistake twice. Tip number 10 is practicing at higher speeds. Training your building and editing at faster than normal speeds forces your brain and muscle to work harder. When you dial back your speed down to regular speed, the game will feel much more smoother and easier to control. This kind of speed training pushes your reaction time and refines your mechanics and helps you spot and correct smaller mistakes quicker. Don't jump straight to the fastest speed though, build up gradually over time to avoid frustration. Tip number 11 is to control your tempo in fights. Fights have rhythm, and the player who controls the rhythm usually controls the fight. Instead of reacting to your opponent's pace, set the tempo by making smart edits, baits, and positioning movements. If you control when you push and when you reset and when you disengage, you can force your opponents to play on your terms, which almost always leads to the winning fight. Tip number 12 is to build consistency outside the game. Your physical and mental health affects your in-game performance more than most players realize. Things like how much you sleep, what you eat, hydration, and exercise all impact your focus and reaction time. Find a routine that helps you feeling sharp before tournaments, for example, light exercise or a healthy meal an hour before playing, and stick to it. Being consistent off the game helps you perform at your best capacity when it counts. Tip number 13 is to stay humble and learn from your losses. No one improves by blaming their own teammates, lag, or RNG. Every loss is an opportunity to learn something new about your gameplay. Watching your VOD reviews and brutally ranking your mistakes, and ask better players for feedbacks and stay open to change your habits. The players who rise to the tops are the ones who keep grinding through setbacks with a growth mindset instead of the ones giving up or blaming others or lag, etc. Tip number 14 is to improve every aspect of your aim. Aim is more than flick shots. It's tracking, moving targets, snapping between builds, and keeping steady under pressure. Make sure your aim training routine hits all these aspects individually. Using aim trainers such as Kovacs or aim labs and custom maps that isolate these skills can drastically improve your overall combat abilities and help you win more fights, especially those close ones. For aim trainers, I would recommend using Kovacs or aim labs or some in-game map trainer like Raider464's solo aim trainer, etc. I'll put an aim labs routine in the comments down below. And lastly, tip number 15 is arguably the most important tip of this list, is to treat every game like it counts. If you want to improve fast, approach every single game with the same focus and seriousness as you would in a scrim, a real tournament match, etc. Practice your rotations, positioning, and fight executions deliberately. Don't just play casually. This mindset builds habits that carry over to competitive settings and fast track your growth as a player. Out of all the tips I just gave, surrounding yourself with godlike players is the one that changes everything. Here's why. When I first started placing, it wasn't because I magically got better overnight. It was because I started playing daily with people who had more experience than me, and every fight they called me out for smart plays I'd never considered. Every rotation they'd make decisions I would never do as a solo. I leveled up just from being in the same voice calls, so don't overlook this tip. Your environment matters more than you think. So there you go. Those are the 15 real strategies that can take your Fortnite comp gameplay to the next level. If you apply even half these consistently, you'll notice a difference in your placement, fights, and confidence under pressure. Which of these tips are you going to start using today? Let me know down in the comment section down below, and if you got your own secret comp tip, drop that too. Don't forget to like the video, sub for more Fortnite strategy content, and check out my new video where I go deeper into drop spot theory. Peace.